Hi there, it's Pete from Heritage Road. Welcome back up to the loft. I'm back from my short holiday in Cornwall, which I enjoyed, even though it was a bit wet and windy, but this is England after all. We're used to it. While I was there, I called in on Kernow Models, one of my favourite model shops, and I bought this. This is a Class 47526 in weathered condition. And I got this for a bargain price. It was on their sale offers. This helped me out with my collection of Class 47s, which I'm trying to build, of all being Bath Road allocated locomotives. You can see there 537, that also is, and so was this. This is G.J. Churchward 47079 in the GWR 1985 commemoration livery. Also over there you can see another couple of Class 47s. In fact, there's three there: a BR standard blue one, a one in res livery, and another large logo one, which was also allocated to Bath Road. I'm going to show you the other two that are on the diesel shed. There they are. It's another GWR one. This is Sir Daniel Gooch, and by the side of it is Tamar, which was, I don't think it was actually at Bath Road, I think it was at Old Common, but it might have been there. This is in weathered condition, and it was a special from Cheltenham Model Centre. I was going to talk about the Class 47s tonight. The Class 47s were a BR Type 4 diesel. At the time, BR had built several older and much heavier Class 45s, Class 40s, which all have very long bogies and all around the 135 ton weight, which was quite difficult for the civil engineers. They didn't like it. And the only other alternatives were the Western Region Type 4s, which was the warships and the Westerns, but there was never going to build those in huge quantities. So what they decided to do was use the Sulzer engine, which was in the Class 45s, and previously the 44s and the 46s. It proved reasonably reliable, so they designed at Crewe a body for it in conjunction with brush traction. Now, some of them were built at Crewe, and some of them were built at Brush at Loughborough, and they at first were not very successful. It wasn't due to the running gear or the bodywork or anything like that. There was problems with the Sulzer engine, which had been slightly uprated to use in the Type 4s. Unfortunately, this overstrained it a bit and it became unreliable, so they downrated it back down to a more sensible figure, and this did cause cure the problems. This had unfortunately led to them being called Duffs, because they were Duff. A bit harsh on them, because eventually they started to improve the reliability, and they went on to become the workhorse of BR, at one of their best ever locomotives. They built 512 of these, which is proof of how good they are, from 1962 to 1968. Initially these were all in the two-tone BR green, although some of the later ones were actually in BR blue from the very start. Most of them were either steam fitted, which are the 47 noughts, or not fitted with heating at all. These were the 47 threes. Now, there was also a small batch of 20 of them, which were nicknamed the generators. They were fitted with an early type of electric train heating and mostly allocated to the northeast. Their experience of that did show that ETH was the way to go, and so many carriages were being converted to electric heating, they had to do it. So a vast number of them were converted to the 47-4s. There were also other subclasses. The 47-7s were push-pull fitted for use between Glasgow and Edinburgh, and also there was a solitary 47-9, which was going to become the prototype for the Class 58s, and before that it was a prototype for the Class 56. They ended up being allocated almost everywhere: Scotland, the Midlands, East Anglia, London, but not on the southern region. Although they did run onto it, they weren't a southern region locomotive. They stuck with their Type 3 Class 33s, which more suited their mostly electric operation down there. Initially, when they were sent down to the western region, they weren't very popular with enthusiasts, because they were going to replace their much loved warships and westerns. Unfortunately, BR decided to standardise on their types, and they were doomed. So they didn't go down too well. BR decided that they would name some of these in the western region names, things like Tamar, Odin, Thor, and hope that that would placate the feelings of the railway enthusiasts and give them an individual look and name. Now, in 1985, it was the 150th anniversary of the Great Western Railway, and BR decided to commemorate this by painting some locomotives in a sort of pretend Great Western livery. One of this you can see in front of you. And they did 4 Class 47s, and they also painted 150, which was renamed from Hercules to Sir Edward Elgar. This was very popular, but this one you see in front of you barely lasted a year in green before it was repainted into Rail Freight Grey and allocated to Cardiff. So it's fairly unusual for it to have been seen in the green, although I did see it because I saw the whole naming ceremony when it was done in 1985. Sorry, I'm getting my words confused tonight. Possibly too much to drink or not enough. I haven't made my mind up yet. The 47s, as I said, numbered 512. It was the largest number of Type 4s on BR, and has proved a solid, reliable locomotive after the initial teething problems. And it has become very popular with enthusiasts. Some of them names have been given to me spoons. I have no idea as to why or where that nickname came from. Initially, a lot of them were never named, but as the 80s ticked on, they decided to name more and more locomotives after counties and all sorts of things. And also, one of the locomotives you can see going round was a Stratford allocated locomotive. Here it comes now, and they gave them a silver roof, and a few of the others were in silver roofs. Also, one of them for the Queen's, the Royal Wedding, was painted in with big Union Jacks on the side. There were actually 2 of them, and they were also very sought after by enthusiasts to get pictures of them and to see them. Now, some 47s are still running now, even into the 2020s, and I don't think anybody ever thought they would last that long. But well done to BR. Eventually they got this design right. Now, they weren't fitted with sanding equipment. They had an early form of system to stop wheel slip by putting the brakes on slightly. I don't know quite what it was called or why they went for that, but it did work quite well on freight locomotives, and they were used quite a bit for that. Right, that's going to conclude the video tonight. Thank you very much for watching, and if you could like, share and comment, just remember subscribing doesn't cost anything, and I will always welcome comments And thank you very much, and good night from Pete.